The Syrian rebel commander Abu Muhammad al-Golani was greeted by cheering crowds as he entered the historic Umayyad Mosque following the rebels' declaration of President Bashar al-Assad's ouster. He described the victory as a turning point for the region, accusing Assad of having handed Syria over to Iranian ambitions while spreading sectarianism and corruption. He said, "This entire battle, my brothers, which has unfolded thanks to God, is purely revolutionary. We did not seek help from anyone, nor did anyone support us. Instead, we relied entirely on ourselves, on our own resources and efforts. All this achievement came from our work alone. You witnessed the missiles we made, the bombs we created, and the planning we executed, all as part of revolutionary actions." Russian media announced news of Assad's whereabouts after hours of speculation. He had arrived in Moscow and has received asylum in Russia, he and his family. Russia has supported the Assad administration since the beginning of the Syrian conflict in 2011, politically, with military aid, and with direct military involvement. Up until last week, Russian airstrikes targeted rebels in Syrian cities. On Sunday last week, Russia carried out a series of airstrikes in Syria as the rebels advanced after seizing Aleppo. Warplanes also struck rural parts of Idlib and Hama, where the group leading the rebel offensive took control.
Brutal authoritarian rule by
leaders around the world reacted to Assad's ouster. U.S. President Joe Biden described the situation as a moment of historic opportunity for the long-suffering people of Syria to build a better future for their country.
At long last, the Assad regime has fallen.
The British Prime Minister Keir Starmer welcomed the news.
I welcome the fact that Assad has gone. The Syrian people had to put up with his brutal regime for far, far too long.
The German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said he stood with the Syrians and was hoping for a free and peaceful future. He said Germany would offer its support. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu hailed Assad's ousting as a historic day that follows blows delivered by Israel against Assad supporters, Iran and Hezbollah in Lebanon. Iran, on the other hand, says only the Syrian people can make a decision about the country's fate without any destructive foreign meddling. A statement from the Iranian government says it continues to closely monitor developments in Syria and the region and will adopt appropriate approaches and positions. In the meantime, Syrians in major cities across the world celebrate Assad's exit and possibly the end of a 13-year civil war. Amarachi Ubani, Channel Television News.